Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tavernside Tales. Yes, we did get Roxas mid-bite there. I hope you're all doing well. I know we missed last week, but we are back and ready to entertain. A quick recap of last session. We had our first bit of deception among our party members. There's currently a rumor propagated by a letter from who we assume to be Gil, that their informant is here on the Sea's Fortune, and that someone tipped on our ship tipped them off that the specialist had that moon phase, which they did not. It was incorrect information. Envy brought this to the attention of the captain, and the captain strongly advised her to bring it to the attention of everybody else. And when they did, a couple of accusations came flying, specifically from our resident librarian lady. It seems there's quite a bit of distrust among the party, and so they kind of went their separate ways for the day. Lyslin went to prepare for their date, had a conversation with the patron Jin, in which they repeatedly told them to fuck off and that they're a bad person. Uh, Lady went off to the Druid's Grove to talk with a 9-foot tall furbolg woman who turned out to be Trevo's mother, who sent her on a little bit of a, I would struggle to say scouting mission and more just standard breaking and entering. She wants her to check up on her daughter, who seems to not be herself lately. Envy for her time was called street trash by some golden armored wearing paladins belonging to a mercenary group known as the Ashkasa. Unbeknownst to her, she was being tailed all day by Wendy, who followed her back to the Pillow Princess, where she got in contact with our frog folk fans, who did confirm that one of their targets, a goblin named Buko, was coming to offload some royal jewelry this evening. And they are planning on capitalizing on that bounty. Unfortunately, there is one small issue going on for Envy there, and that's the fact that her powers are rapidly disappearing, including the ability to move her crystalline arm. With all of that being said, we will pick up first in the room with Wendy and Envy. It is a velvet and satin lined room. Everything is deep, warm colors. There is a very elegantly made lantern sitting on the bedstand next to the king size bed that is covered with no less than 12 very, very plush pillows. Envy sits upon this bed, arm very, very heavy, because as I relayed to Amber during the break, uh, ruby is actually one of the heaviest crystals out there. It's known for its weight comparatively to other gemstones. So you have a solid bit of dead weight that's going to drop your shoulder down. In this moment, as you begin to plan your assault on an unsuspecting goblin, the day is yours.
Now, correct me. I thought it was tomorrow, not this evening, that the jewelry was coming in. I thought I had a day.
That sounds better. Let's go tomorrow.
Okay, thank God.
Because
I was like, oh no!
Isn't it we have today for Envy's date, and then tomorrow is the meeting? Does that sound right?
That sounds better.
I
made a mistake. It has been 2 weeks.
Okay. That's fair. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to, like, speed up the process here. And
speed up your ingenious plan.
Yes, it's gonna be terrible. We're all gonna die. I'm not sorry. Well, I think she just sort of sits there. And correct me, Wendy's just sort of sleeping against the wall.
Yeah, she slumped up against the wall, hat down. You know, the usual vibes.
Standard cowboy activities.
I think she'll just sit there for a moment, sort of mulling everything over. Well, I've got an idea. It's extremely stupid, but it's about the best I can come up with.
What you got?
Just in case I don't need to like relay it again, do you know the plan?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
kind of on board.
Okay. Then I will relay that information to you, and we'll just have it be a surprise for everyone listening. You'll see it as
Alright.
we throw it in.
Fumble through it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's
Work
gonna be
it
terrible.
out.
We're all gonna die.
So you just
Yeah.
spend a bit of time relaying your plan over to Wendy. Your
Yes.
ingenious 20-step plan.
Yeah, and I would also. Oh, shit. Can I cast? I can't cast message, can I?
No.
No, I can't. Then I don't know if I do relay it immediately. I actually probably would try to cast it. You guys, I can't cast any magic. Shit. Wendy, do you mind if I borrow the room? I will tell you my plan in a moment. I need to fix something. I would like to be alone.
I'll get up and walk out.
Yeah, because I don't know if the room is bugged.
Mm.
Because they did give this room to me, so.
Mm-hmm. Clever. So as Wendy leaves the room and you feel yourself alone.
I think she. The only way she knows how. Jen, just in her head. Have I done something wrong?
You're doing this in your head?
Yes, it's the only way I know how to reach out to her.
Give me a just standard persuasion check.
Oh, fuck. This is bad.
Standard. With
I-
you have your flat 15 before you yell it out at me.
Okay. Well, I mean, if persuasion, do I take away my
Proficiency, yes.
take
Only
away-
because you brought it up. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. So it's a 14 then. It's a standard 14. Yeah.
on a 14 persuasion check.
Oh, I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
a 14.
Okay, cool. On a 14, you sit on this annoyingly soft bed, the kind of bed that you sink about an inch and a half into just by sitting on it. And you think really hard, have I done something wrong? There isn't a verbal response, but there is like you feel the temperature in the room drop by like 5 degrees. A literal cold shoulder, if you will.
Oh, shit. I think she's actually. I mean, I think it's very. I don't think she's having a very good time of it right now. And as I sort of mentioned before, I think it's very interesting that what you just did is made her passive insight higher than her passive deception. So I don't think she's. I think she's having trouble lying to herself at the moment, and convincing herself everything is okay.
Yeah, how about this? Let's make a deception, roll a deception check and an insight check. Let's see if you can lie to yourself. D&D is all about lying to yourself, everybody.
Yes. Well,
It's
that's
just like
what
college.
Just like college.
Okay. Deception check.
Can
If I
Envy say, fuck it, we ball?
Okay, I have to take away 6. Shit, yeah, so it's also a 14. Okay, so the deception check is a 14. The insight is a 17, so it's actually what the passives are.
You're not okay.
No. we're not.
As you sit here, and when I mentioned earlier that you are alone, you feel properly alone for probably the first time in this campaign. It is cold. You hear nothing but the creaking of floorboards from the next room over. And still,
I think she
you're
just
not
sort
okay
of.
with that.
Yeah. I think she just sort of curls up on the bed, tries to move her arm, can't. I don't think she knows what to do. The only thing she can do is reach back out to Jin. I don't. What have I done wrong? I don't understand. Did I? I'm sorry. If I talk too much to Wendy about you, I'm sorry. I thought the cat was out of the bag. I don't understand.
Nothing.
Shit. Maybe she just. I think she just sort of sits alone. I don't think she actually knows what to do at this point. She's usually pretty good at figuring something out. I don't know if she knows what to do. She can't move. She can't leave this room. If she leaves the room, everyone sees the fact that she's lugging her arm around. She can't do that. She has to leave the room. She has to set up a plan. She can't. She can't tell anyone that her arm is a solid thing of ruby. She can't. The only person who listens to her, or the only person who she knows won't talk to her. I don't think she knows what to do.
As you curl up into this ball, you feel the bed grow more and more solid until you find yourself laying on hardwood. A blinding spotlight up above you. As your eyes kind of squint and adjust to light, you find yourself on stage. Back in Jin's theater. You're facing backstage right now, so you don't know if there's anyone in the audience. You are in a perfect facsimile of that hotel room. You can see the velvet curtains to either side, and you can feel the hardwood below the illusionary bed.
Can I move my arm at all?
Can't move your arm. The rest of you moves just fine.
Okay, so I still have the ruby arm then. Look around. Am I alone?
You rouse yourself, look back towards where the audience would be. Sitting dead center of the front row, arms crossed, legs crossed over each other, is Jim. Other than that, completely empty. Endless number of rows ascending upwards. Not a single person in them. You look up to those boxes that you saw powerful figures in before. The curtains have been drawn on them. After a moment, a second spotlight opens up over Jin, shrouding the rest of the area in darkness. You hurt me, you know.
I'm sorry. What did I do? I don't understand. I thought everything was okay.
I thought it was okay too. I thought we were getting along great, and you stopped trusting me. The night when all those fucking killer robots were coming by, I was like, I'll fix the problem for you. And you didn't even tell me no, you just ignored me. Like, I get that I haven't done that much for you other than give you life and, give you all of your fantastic magical powers and set you on a grand adventure like you wanted. I understand that probably wasn't that much in the grand scheme of things for you, but I figured you would put a little more faith in me.
Jen, it's not that I don't trust you. I can't lose any more of myself. Every time you take control, my arm alone makes me worth more than the entire party combined. I'm worth more than everyone's bounty.
Yes, you are worth more because you're special and you're fine, and I'll take care of you. You are not going to be hurt as long as you stay mine, but you don't seem to want that.
I just. It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't appreciate everything you've done for me. I just. What? How much farther does this thing go?
What do you mean?
This my arm. It started at my hand, and now it's my whole arm. I don't want to be a solid brick of ruby.
But you'll be. Is it so? Is it just like the ruby part that bothers you? Do you want it to be something else?
I prefer to have my own arm.
Okay. No more ruby for a bit. Can't really undo it, but no, I won't let it go any further. Okay?
Okay.
See, you didn't voice that to me before. You didn't tell me that. I don't read your mind throughout the day. You know that, right? I let you keep your private thoughts because I'm not a monster. And so since you never told me, I didn't know.
You're right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I mean,
You
I
can now move your arm again.
think she'll sort of pick it up. Thank you.
Of course.
I mean, it is kind of pretty.
Isn't it? It's your color. And you deserve the finest things in life. And I can give them to you. I just need you to say that you trust me.
I think it's also interesting if you gave her her powers back. Now her passive deception is once again higher than her passive insight.
Your powers aren't back, your arm's back.
Oh shit.
You're not gonna get away that easy.
Interesting. Oh, I can't lie to myself anymore. Damn it. I think she might sit there for a moment. Because, I mean, the truth is she doesn't. She doesn't really trust Jen. She doesn't know who to trust. She doesn't know it. She doesn't know anything. She knows that there's something wrong, but she just doesn't have any. I don't think she just really doesn't have any choice. I trust you.
With a smile, dear.
I think she'll try to calm herself as much as she can. I trust you. I do.
With that, she stands up, makes the long walk up on stage, and holds her arms out for a hug.
Envy will give her one. She'll try to get her way to her feet. And yeah, she'll. I think she even kind of like nuzzles into it a little bit. Envy doesn't really have a lot of friends or a lot of people who like her. So the fact that Jin does, even though she knows something's wrong, I think she'll, yeah.
I mean, if we want to be really fucked, this is probably the second hug you've gotten since waking up.
Probably.
The other one was from Neff, who you didn't know.
Yeah.
But with the I trust you, a smile, and a hug, you feel that warm surge of arcane energy pulse back from where your heart would be. For a moment, you swear at the like somewhere in the back of the room, you can hear a heart beating. before you open your eyes and find yourself standing back in your hotel room. Powers return to you. No Jen, though. You do see a small pile of glitter on the floor. Can't forget her calling card.
I think she actually does kind of give a little bit of a genuine chuckle at that and sort of just looks at it for a second. Not laughing at Jen, just more of finds humor.
That's your power is gone again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think she feels. I think she feels better, but in a weird way. Maybe just sits there for a moment and walks out to Wendy.
Wendy, by the way, were you listening at the door or giving proper privacy?
1 second, I'm gonna reset the camera. Okay, cool. Fixed it. Everybody is in the right spot. No, I'd have kind of scoped out the inside of this place. I don't know how big the hotel area of this place is, but I'd like to get a loop.
Sure. If you're going to monitor the rest of the hotel, there are 3 main sections. There is the lobby/restaurant area, which is where you guys walked in. That was where the maitre d' was. There's proper tables. There's a bar set up, and they can have food brought out to your proper table. There is the hallway that you're standing in now, which is just a long line of doors, each of which obviously has its own number on it, and that is going to be everyone's individual room. In the last area is a little semi-private bathhouse. Semi-private meaning that only people who have paid to stay the night here. Very, very steamy room. Stereotypical marble Romanesque columns. People prancing around in a towel or perhaps nothing at all, giggling to themselves, sharing drinks, having a good time. Most of them in the process of courting each other or just full on making out at this point.
Okay, so...
And obviously there was the kitchen that you were in before, but that's not open to the public.
So, correct me if I'm... Okay, stop. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we are considering meeting that person here.
That seems to be the plan, I think.
Kind of. Envy would probably try to get us a different room. It can certainly be in a different hotel, because I didn't really think of exactly where. It would be a different room, though, is the idea.
Well, I'm just looking for defensible positions and, ways that if something happened here that did resort in a fight, ways that we could turn the situation into our favor. So, is there any notable landmarks that kind of scream, advantageous?
Give me an investigation check.
Got it.
Well, I try to think of some.
Oh, it's not great.
How bad is not great?
You said investigation, right?
Yes.
That is a 10.
On a 10, in the bathhouse, there is a towel and soap room. The bathhouse itself is made almost entirely out of marble or foam marble, but you wouldn't be able to tell just by looking around. It's not. You get the idea. It's probably not as expensive as they try to make it look. So there might be some very fancy parts, and our parts are made to look plastered over fancy. But if you're trying to find a defensible position, there is a towel and soap room. There's one entrance in, narrow doorway. You might be able to hold up in there if there's a shootout.
Okay, but there's not there's no higher levels where you can look down on things or anything like that. It's all pretty pretty
The
uniform.
building isn't that intricate. It's all mostly level.
Okay, so more of like a holdout. I gotcha.
Yeah, more you found a holdout spot, but as far as like getting a higher elevation to get the drop on somebody, not really here. You do find a little mechanism also in the bathhouse that can be used to adjust the steam room, the steam level. And you think that maybe if you turn it up, it might be able to give you like some decreased visibility if you want to do some
Okay,
unscrupulous activities in here.
gotcha.
But that's about it. It is a hotel. There's not many like they weren't planning with shootings in mind.
Any security or anything like that that's like blatantly obvious?
You see a couple people in like nicer dress that are definitely like hotel staff. You don't see them carrying any weapons. And on that investigation check, you don't know if they have anything like concealed inside suit jackets or anything like that. But from the looks of it, more bouncer types rather than like security types.
Okay,
Like
gotcha.
this person was drinking too much, bringing them back to their room, rather than we need to like kill this person.
Got it. So it's not exactly a super secured place.
Not super secure. What you know is that it is just a higher end hotel that most of the people coming to this town can't afford. You kind of piece together from like the clientele that go by that these are because this is the first stop into the Pirate Isles, so everyone comes through here, regardless of their business. So you assume nobles, higher level merchants, things like that will come here to get a room, so they're not sleeping with the rabble outside.
I will make the mental note that if things go like really sideways, there may be loot left over in people's rooms.
Good to know. I have accounted for it. There is some stuff in people's rooms.
Okay, I'd like to break into
I
somebody's
have my
room
I
right
have my
now.
tables ready just in case.
Okay.
However, if
cool.
things go really bad, the rest of the town will try to loot as well because everyone else has made the connection of like,
We can take them.
Yeah, if New York City burns, they might go like to one of like the fancy international hotels to like go steal some stuff. But that's what you find on your little hunt around.
I can't think of anything else I actively want to look through, so I guess I'll just meander back towards the room.
Gotcha. You do not hear Envy talking to herself.
Got it.
But Envy, your powers return to you, your arms return to you.
Then I will take a deep breath. She's just going to just sweep everything back under the rug as best she can, just pick herself back up. Mind's back on the task at hand. She'll go try to find Windy, which I believe Windy's like walking in at the same time. Okay.
Yeah, you guys open the door, and my shipping brain has you guys like, I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Definitely.
Oh, surprise. Yeah, she'll well, problem's fixed. So let's take a walk for a moment. And just start walking.
There's admittedly not a lot going on in here that would swing things in our favor if it came to a fight, so I think we should avoid it if possible. But if it does,
kind of not.
I do have a lot of upscale clientele, obviously, and they likely have their stuff in their rooms.
Good to know. I'll point my finger at you so that I'm using the message spell so that only you can hear, and I will a cantrip, and I will relay the plan essentially. Like I'll go down, try to set things up. It's a good chance it's going to go south right now, so stick around. But after that, I'll set it up for the morning. I gotta go get ready for tonight, so I'll if you don't mind finding everyone and just, I don't know, getting things together.
Fine, though, with all of us together, it is gonna make it pretty obvious. Something's going
I
to
know. Well, I think we space everyone coming in together. Just everyone arrives differently, disguised if at all possible. Just get a room somewhere else. I think the more we can throw them off their game, the better. I just have to be confident and act like I know what's going on, and maybe I can. I don't know. That's the best plan I've got.
We'll make it work.
All right. Well, wish me luck.
Speaking
yourself,
of
Kieran.
our everybody else, let's check in with Lady. Lady, you are. I believe the last thing we had you do was like walking out of the armor after getting some, putting in your custom armor piece, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is now. We're pushing like 4:30, 5 o'clock, like mid afternoon into like evening. What does Lady do with the rest of her day before she is unwittingly thrown into this plan that Amber has typed out in chat for us?
It could be fun.
Lady is, cognizant of the side quest that she's been put on, and the distrust for both Envy and Wendy. And so, yes, Lady would want to go along with the plan, if only to keep an eye on the rest of the team.
Uh, but for tonight, before that information gets to you, did you have anything you wanted to accomplish?
Well, I have my book on my particular subject.
Which I did not send you the info for.
Okay, that's why I don't have it. I
I
was like, I'm flipping around. I'm like, I know I read this book.
For a moment, Lady's like, you have like a little bit of brain fog. You're like, I read this book already? As you are maxing out your memory space in your brain. Go ahead. Whenever you get a chance, send me what topic you wanted the book on, and I'll give you info on it. But in the meantime, go ahead and just roll a nice little luck check for me, please. Because something's going to happen. We're just going to figure
10.
out if it's 10. Okay, perfectly average. As you are leaving the armor and just like making your way through the thoroughfare, taking in the sights as you go, the sights being a menagerie of very, very eccentric people. One of them does stick out to you as she's trying to flag you down. As you see the smaller frame of the wizard Nefriti calling out to you from the crowd, dressed in a floor-length black dress, cut-off sleeves, lower cut neck, very similar to the one I'm wearing, just in black. Trying to get your attention.
How are they going about trying to get my attention?
They are jumping up and down because they are shorter than most of the crowd, so they're jumping up and down, arm up in the air, screaming, "Lady!
Oh
Hey,
my God.
lady!
Oh my God.
Lady, it's me, Neff! You remember me?"
Oh my God. I don't need this right meow.
You can choose to ignore her if you want. Which would be really funny.
No.
You just keep walking like,
No, I would want to know what she has to tell me, because I know that Neff and Envy have history. So yeah, I would want to at least hear what she has to say.
So she kind of like shoves her way through the crowd. Hey, how you been? How's shore leave treating you?
I got shot.
Yeah, I heard. That's why I wanted to check. Are you good?
Oh yeah, I got better. I got
Clearly.
better.
I more meant like, why are people shooting at you, and like, Is Envy okay?
So for the first question, ask Wendy. The second
Okay.
question, yes.
Cool. Okay, that's something. Listen, I'm. Oh wait, you're looking off in another Not are they?
There's just
Me?
something way more interesting over there.
Oh, like
You missed it.
looks.
You
Oh
missed it. It's
shit.
okay. Yeah,
Oh,
keep. Yeah.
okay.
What do you gotta say?
Oh, I was wondering, how knowledgeable on potions are you?
I've read several studies on the effects of different alchemical properties when applied to various types of flesh, and both in the realm of regenerative processes and also degenerative processes. Some more effective than others, you would probably
Hmm.
imagine. What are you looking for exactly?
I am looking for. I'm trying to. Okay, this is going to sound very sketchy, so I need you to bear with me because, like, we're pirates, which means we're allowed to do sketchy things, right?
Hmm.
Cool. I want to make something to stop people from reading my mind.
Have you? I'm sorry. Who's reading your mind?
I think Trevo and Yolanda have been trying to read my mind, and it's not that I don't like appreciate the fact that I am like a guest in their room. However, I don't really like people prying into my business too much. Not that I have anything to hide, just it's rude, you know? And so I've like read about potions that will make your mind more powerful. So I figured there has to be one that makes your mind quieter. Because that doesn't make sense.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to insinuate that you have so much going on in your mind that it just kind of is there for everyone to see?
Yes. I mean, you do too, right? Because your mind's like overflowing with facts and information 24/7. So I assume your mind is probably pretty easy to read.
No,
No. Okay.
no.
Okay. Was that offensive? It wasn't meant to be.
I have you tried just writing your thoughts down?
Like journaling?
Yes.
No.
It's like writing a
Yes.
book, but
Oh.
for yourself, and then you read it later, and you don't have all the thoughts in your head.
And that prevents mind reading? Or is it just like a healthy self care thing?
Well, no.
Like,
So
I'll
what'll
still do it.
happen?
It sounds helpful. Like, it sounds
Well,
like a handy thing to do.
okay. So here's what's gonna happen. Just full
Okay.
transparency. You're gonna
Hmm.
write in your little journal, meow,
Yeah.
and they're gonna read it when you're not in the room.
Okay. Oh.
Obviously,
Hmm.
now they're not in your head, and they know you clearly don't have anything of interest to probe further for.
Oh. Was that was that a dig? Or is that
What would you possibly have that they would want?
I don't know. I I'm interesting. Alright, so just to be clear, make a journal, leave it out in the open for them to read. You think they'll leave
Exactly.
me alone. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. Title
Cool.
it My Private Thoughts.
Alright.
Are you let me ask this because, this is probably where they're trying to go with this.
Sure.
Have you been thinking a lot about envy?
Mm, yeah. And I know that they don't trust her, and I know that most of the ship doesn't trust her. And I think they're trying to look for information to validate their fears. But I also have my own personal thoughts that run through my head, and I don't want those getting caught up in an investigation.
In an
Like you would find it,
investigation?
yeah, because they're like looking into Envy because she sank a ship full of people, and that was like really scary. And it's kind of the talk of the whole ship. Were you not like informed? I thought you were there.
I was there, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't think about envy all the time. But also you have a history with envy, right?
Oh, yeah. We were well, I with Tulip. I was their best friend as a kid. Yeah.
And you think that maybe that could be useful information to them?
I mean, they know that we were friends. I think. I feel like they must have figured that out by now. I'm not good with the secrets thing.
Uh, okay, let's try this out. You tell me what you
Mhm.
know about envy, and I'll tell you if it's worth wizards digging into.
Gotcha. Envy sucked at magic up until I met them again. Like, I mean, bad. Like, I was bad. They were like insanely bad at magic, right? Her mom wasn't super happy about that because she had big plans for her to become like a big, powerful magister back in Candlekeep. So it was like low key abusive. I The story back home is that she ran away from home and that we would never see her again, or the other theory is that she jumped off a cliff. But clearly, neither. I think it was just the running away part and somehow learned magic and became a different person. That's the part I don't really get, but the beginning stuff is like normal wizard stuff. Like, no cause for alarm.
I mean, it's interesting. I don't know if that's enough, though. What else? What else? Keep going.
Okay, so, our families are pretty close. Uh, her family focused more on like summoning things from the elemental planes. So they would talk with like jinns and things like that all the time. Uh, Nothing like super scary. They weren't talking like elemental lords. Um, there's not much. She's an only child. Um, her dad's a devil, but like that's kind of obvious. She's a tiefling.
Mm, but which devil, though?
Uh, I don't want to tell you.
See, that's why they're digging. That's the kind of
I,
stuff that they want to find out. So put that in your
I
journal, at least.
okay. I just don't want to get. I don't want to get her in trouble, and I want to get myself in trouble. That's
Why
all.
would you, well, I mean, family is difficult, certainly for everyone, but why would who Envy's parentage is have any like bearing on what Envy does today?
It's her
Unless you
dad's.
think her dad is like following her around.
I hope not. Um, okay, if I tell you, will you keep it a secret?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. Okay, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. She gets like really, really close, like fully kneels down in the mud, sullying her dress, and she whispers, "Okay, so Envy's dad is Asmodeus, uh, which I know, big scary name. He's not like really involved or anything. And I think it was like a one night stand kind of thing with her mom. I don't I didn't pry into her love life, but the point is he's like absentee father because like obviously he would be, you know? Uh which is but it's very weird that she's bad at magic with such like a powerful parentage, which is kind of like why her mom was always upset about it. But I really don't want Trayvon and Yolanda figuring that out because I feel like it would just like in their eyes confirm the suspicions that like she's an evil person because she's not. She just has bad parents, which like who doesn't, you know?
Touche. Um, okay, what else? What else is there? I mean, that can't possibly be the only gem of information bouncing around in that head.
Uh about Envy, it is.
Okay, so my suspicions were confirmed. Well, then I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Okay, cool. Great. She stands up, quickly prestidigitations her clothes clean. Well, I took up like a shit ton of your time. Oh, god damn it. I'm swearing now. Um, I just took up a bunch of your time. Can I help you with anything?
No, thank you for offering, but I think I'm more than capable.
You're a very shifty person, you know? Like I can't figure out like what's your end goal here? Because like all I know about you is that you like books, and this is a weird place for someone who likes books to be.
The library is a weird place for someone who likes books.
No, the Pirate Isles is a weird place for someone who likes books. Come on, I
Well,
told you the cool facts about my history. Let's hear one cool fact about your history.
okay, they call me the librarian. Maybe you've heard of me?
He like stole a bunch of books out of the Grand Library, right?
Yes, they were books, but it's about what those
What?
books were and what they contained that was important. So okay, so you have heard of me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we heard about you. You have like a mugshot up in the library. Like I didn't know they even did that, but it's just like a picture of you. Like well, not picture. It's like a really bad drawing of you. It's like a cat stealing a book, and it's like remember to properly. And underneath it says like remember to properly check out your books. We have library cards for a reason. And then it's just you stealing books. Um, so you're kind of like that cautionary tale a little bit.
And have you stolen any books?
N- no.
Good. Keep it that way. Libraries are there for a reason. You can check out your book for free, bring it back, get a new book. Libraries are great. You don't have to, purchase any books.
Yeah.
All of them are technically yours. You just get to take them out one at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Why did you steal them?
Some books are rarer than others.
Hmm.
That kind of information is too powerful for a lot of amateurs to stumble upon. I was merely providing a service, removing such dangerous texts from potential accidents.
But this one was shiny.
Mm. Uh, you see,
This one was bejeweled.
as you're talking, she takes out a blank, uh, little leather-bound journal, and just starts writing.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't ready to start dictating, but let's get this started. Okay,
You wanted me
so
to keep a journal, and this sounded interesting, so I'm keeping a journal.
no, the journal's about you.
Okay, it's easy to crosses some things out. Okay. All right. Well, I have like a date in a couple hours, so I guess I'm gonna go. This was both enlightening and confusing.
I'm sure you're gonna have a lovely time.
Thank you. I'm sure you're going to have a what are you doing? Have a good day.
Okay, don't strain yourself too much, thinking.
She straightens herself up and makes her way over to the Pillow Princess. Sorry, I threw you a curveball there. And we are back. There probably will be like a seamless break in the recording there, but just so you know, there was a small break. We are going to go back. I believe Lysan's still on the ship, right?
Um, I believe last that we left off, Lyslin had gone to talk to Delilah, and
Oh, right. You shaped yourself to be a older silver-haired gentleman. So we will pick up after. There, that was when we ended last session. That was like the
yep,
last thing I forgot. With your, if I remember correctly, it was another incredibly high performance check.
yep, it was like a
Um,
21 or something, or 23.
so we are going to fade back from black uh, to the smells of tobacco as Delilah is happily smoking a cigarette in bed next to you.
Um, Liza will reach over and like take it and
Mhm.
have a hit. Um, she also wants to like cast or used magic awareness, see if there's anything floating around in the room.
Magic awareness is for any spells or magic items as well.
Both spells or magic items.
There is a single magic item in this room. It is a necklace on her bedstand that has emeralds and quartz inlaid. Nothing like famously like expensive looking, but you definitely get like a bit of magic coming off of that.
Okay. Um, so she's gonna take a hit off of the cigarette and then hand it back to her, and just say, "Praise Dionysus," as she blows it
Praise
out.
Dionysus.
Um, and um, just kind of casually talk, I guess. See if she's heard any other interesting rumors, or if um, she's noted anybody who would do well as being like inducted into the service.
Actually, there is. Could you tell me our rule on like otherworldly beings? Like, is everyone allowed, or is it just people from around here, so to speak?
Well, I'm from the Feywild.
Well, I know, by more meant more devilish origins.
Interesting.
I'm talking about succubi.
Definitely not be adverse to meeting them.
Okay, lovely. I am in correspondence with a girl from. So there's an island called King's Beach. It's a bit further in. It's essentially a brothel town, um, run by an opposing family. There's an incubus family and a succubus family, and I figure, whoever you pick, I know we don't discriminate. You could either get them to get along and praise Dionysus, or pick one family and have them follow. I feel like, sex magic is kind of our thing, so I think we can probably make that work, right?
It certainly does seem up our alleyway.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Other than that, just spreading the great word of Dionysus where I can. A couple of, it's not really religious folk around here. People are all happy to party and have a good time. It's just sticking around to become
Ah,
proper followers is more of an issue.
but even then, those are the great beginnings. Those
It's
little
true.
moments, especially in a drinking town.
Yeah.
You say if you get enough drunk people praising a particular god for good wine, and things start to happen.
You're right as always. What is there something you want me to look into specifically? Because I can try like dig up some more dirt, at least in the local area, if you want.
I do want to know any details that you can dig up about the king's children.
Oh, okay.
Anything that could be those main phases.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
It doesn't need to be the focus right now,
Mm-hmm.
but
And one other question I had is, aside, I'm a latecomer to this. I wasn't there when you were leading everything. Not sure on exactly what it. Aside from giving people a good time, are we supposed to be like generally helping people?
helping people.
Yeah, there's uh there's a group here in town. Not really a nice way to say this. Uh, there is a long list of nobles that enjoy the buying and selling of dragons and half dragons. Um, am I supposed to like campaign against that or like try to stop that, or is that like out of my wheelhouse? I don't, because lately I've just been showing people a good time, but I kind of feel like I should be doing something. Like, what's the grander purpose of our journey here? It's not often I get to sleep with like the high priestess, so I have a lot of questions.
It's to follow your heart. Consent is, of course, the paramount of importance, but to serve Dionysus, to worship Dionysus, is to be the you that you need to be and to revel in that. And if you want to stop that, to stop those people, then Dionysus welcomes it.
Give me a religion check if you wouldn't mind. At advantage.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's a 6.
A 6?
I got
We had
two ones.
two.
Better than a 1.
There is a moment as your shoulder brushes up against hers that you feel a bit. This isn't a bad thing. You know instinctually it's not a bad thing. There is a bit of your intrinsic magic that tries to leave you and enter her, but your power isn't quite at that level yet. You can't give people your magic just yet. But for a moment, there's like a single green spark between the two of you.
Is she a magic user? Or
When
is
you
she
use
like
your magical awareness, you know she has the potential for magic, but isn't like acting on it.
okay? Um I think that she'll just kind of curse that she can't do that anymore. Like doesn't have the ability internally and uh place a hand over Delilah's and just kind of be like, Dionysus is a god of joy and revelry, but of being your truest self. And if you want to stop them, then go kick their ass.
All right. Uh, yeah, of course. Got it. Thank you. She
So,
stands up and starts to kind of get herself back together, make herself decent. You can attempt what you used it. Your inspiration used advantage. If you want to try to bestow power, you can be creative and let me know how. Otherwise, the moment will pass.
she has bolstering magic
Mm-hmm.
is like part of her. And I wanted to try and confer like an actual like she was trying to raise power by with sex and um
That was the advantage.
right and I would say that
As long as you give me a decent justification, I'm happy to let you get one more roll in here.
yeah Um,
which I think bolstering magic is plenty good if you use a use of your bolstering magic.
okay. I might do that then. And try that.
Would you prefer to roll Arcana or Religion?
Doesn't matter. They're both a -1 for me. What's the problem?
Either one with advantage. Last one. This is one of your most dedicated followers.
Yeah.
Just slept with her.
There we go. Okay, that was a 13. I got
Woman,
another one.
Jesus Christ. On
Oh.
a 13, as she is dressing herself, a bit of that golden late afternoon light pours through the window. And as you watch her bathed in this light, single shiver goes up her spine as Lyslin the Open-Handed creates her first warlock. She doesn't know it yet. But she kind of like is like, "Ah, it's cold in here." And as she turns to face you, there is a slight twinkling in the eye of a bit of arcane power behind her eyes. And she fully puts herself back together, gives you a very deep and respectful bow, and kind of says, "Wait, it is her room. She's going to wait for you to leave."
I'm going to get dressed, but then I'm going to hesitate for a minute and kind of glance at her and be like, do you have anything that you wish to donate or bestow for Dionysus as your tithe?
um.
And she'll kind of glance a little bit at the necklace
Oh.
and then look back at her.
Do you want that? It's yours if you want it. It's
Only
just
if you would
it's a
like to give it.
of course. She runs over, scoops it up, uh, holds it for a second, hands it over to you. It's a very minor enchantment. It's just something to like make you like a little more lively, a little more pretty. Uh, try it out. It'll probably look great on you.
Just kind of like reach out and be like, why would a creature such as you ever need something?
Nearly falls to her knees for a second. hmm Ah, thank you.
Take it off your
This
hands. You obviously don't need it.
You're too kind. I hope it serves you well. This necklace just gives a +1 bonus to your charisma.
Oh, thank God.
So it makes your charisma a 12 instead of an 11.
Thank you.
Because for as amazing as your performance checks have been, your charisma has been an 11, and I love that.
Now you get 1 point. You get that
One
one.
point.
Yeah. It
That gives me a +1.
It
Uh-huh.
helps.
That's great. All right. And then she is going
I do love
to.
how you're just like, is there anything you want to give? The high priestess looks at the most expensive thing she owns.
Mm,
If I like slept with the Pope and he like looked at my watch, he's like,
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's a
Really
nice
need a
watch.
Rolex?
And she'll just kind of like kiss her forehead and leave, but she still looks like the older gentleman.
Gotcha. As you leave and close the door, when she thinks you're out of earshot, you hear one last string of very happy stimming and feet kicking up and down on the bed.
Oh yeah.
With that, we will advance time by 1 or 2 hours here. We'll pick up with Wendy and Envy. What do you guys do as we move into the evening? We are getting to date time here shortly.
Mm.
So any preparations that obviously, Wendy, unless you found a date, in which case we'll
Nah.
happily yeah.
I think just as Wendy and Envy are sort of walking, she did need to go kind of set the stage for the heist, I suppose, tomorrow.
Heist, mugging,
Kidnapping.
we can all say words.
Yeah, I mean, I can make a kidnapping sound fine, right?
You did the first time. The first one was a bottom. She was into it.
It's fun. um,
Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a murder.
this is gonna be, and I'm gonna be the one getting murdered. And you know what?
So
That's okay.
the women get kidnapped, the men get murdered.
Sounds like
Everything's
many
fine.
ancient wars.
Yeah, but I think this is actually.
Oh. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think before she leaves to go get dressed for the date, and return to here, because I don't think she's sort of realized, oh shit, the same place I'm staging is the same place I'm going on a date.
Oh
Shit.
no, I double booked.
Oh no, I double booked. Oh god. Okay, well, yeah, she'll go back to the fence, just quickly and try to set it up, and just sort of, she will go to the counter, to the bartender
Maitre d'.
Yes. I'm such a klutz. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I left my purse back where you showed me the bottle of wine. Do you mind if I go back and get it? She'll
Very
kind
well.
of look at him just like knowingly.
Yeah, you've already given him a substantial amount of money. He
Mhm.
just nods and ushers you back through the kitchen, into the freezer, pulls on that one meat hook, door opens, and you see the fence, the poison frog, Grung, sitting at the desk, quickly writing away with a quill. Kind of
Mm.
looks up with one eye, other one
Yeah.
stays on the paper.
I think as soon as she's been sort of just to keep a front, so that the customers she's not alerting someone hey, shady things are going on in the back. She's been
Sure.
oh, I'm so nervous, and as she goes back, I think her body language changes to being very confident again. Hello again. I do apologize for interrupting you. I've received word from my patron. I know this is going to be a bit unusual.
Mm-hmm.
She would like me to meet the procurer of the jewelry that you are receiving tomorrow, the one I will be purchasing.
Why?
I wish I could tell you that.
Yeah, I wish you could.
I'm
tell
afraid
me,
I don't.
honestly. So you
I
you want
understand.
to meet with someone who's wanted.
My patron wishes me to do so. She doesn't tell me why, and I don't ask too many questions. It's how I've kept my job for this long.
Takes the piece of paper, flips it over, and eyes you. Just kind of measuring every little bit of your body language. Go ahead and give me a deception check.
Shit, I always forget to cast fucking spells to help me.
Well, you're in front of many people now, so you can't do that.
I know. Damn it, I need to remember to cast these spells. It's okay, it's already a 20.
A 20? I thought it was a 15.
No, because you gave me my all my stuff back.
Oh my god. I forgot about the bullshit.
That's a natural 16. Plus 10, that's a 26. I am a good bullshitter.
The 26. I'll roll an insight check for fun. Sure. He's got a whole +2. He might make it. That's a 5.
I am just very confidently standing there, arms sort of crossed in front of me.
Just looks you up and down. Look, kid, the best I can do, I'm gonna send word over to the procurer.
Of course.
Have him get in contact if you hear, but I can't promise anything. I'm just like setting all this up. I'm not actually like delivering it.
I understand completely. I do appreciate you going out of your way to try and get us into contact with each other.
Yeah, he'll be in contact soon. Just
I will take a curtsy and I will see myself out.
right, so that part of the plan is set up.
Yeah.
Before we get into date night heist prep, lady, we are moving into the evening. You've given some what was very good advice to Neff that she horribly misconstrued and believes that journaling is actual magic, of which only yours is. Low wisdom characters are very fun to play. uh, what would you like to do? Would you like to do some investigating, or would you just like to pass the time walking through the town a bit?
No, I would spend my time investigating.
Right, how do you go about doing that?
Well, did they lock their door?
As you walk up and check, let's get a luck check. Let's see how lucky you are. Like a slot machine. You pull the handle on the slot machine, and
10.
on a 10, it is normal locked and not magic locked.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'll pick it with my nail, with my claw.
You pop out a claw. You like check the hallway, make sure everything's all good. Pop out a claw. Give me a sleight of hand check.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
All right. What is with the dice tonight? Oh my god.
It's going great.
4
So you
for both of them.
pop a claw. You quickly pull out. You have a little pocket-sized guide to lock book. Guide to lock.
Yeah.
You pop it out real quick. Adjust the glasses. Yeah, got it. Put your claw in. Move around. You get the first tumbler. Second tumbler. Crack your claw. You
Damn
pull
it.
out a broken nail.
No! No!
You have 9 more. It depends on how much time you want to take doing this. So you snap a claw and you kind of like pull. You use your middle finger and your thumb to like pull the claw out
Okay.
of
All
the
right.
lock.
The claw is out.
The claw's out. I'm not gonna be that. If it was a crit fail, the claw would have stayed.
Stayed in there. Yeah. Oh no. Evidence.
But your
Oh
nail breaks
no.
off inside the lock. You got it out.
Oh no. Okay.
It's about 2 minutes. How long do you want to be? You're in an open hallway. How long do you want to hang out back here?
I mean, if there's nobody else right now, I would try at least one more time.
All right, give me another lock check. Lock pick. Sleight of hand check.
18.
18. There
Ooh,
we
that
go.
was so close. It was like
you,
teetering on the 3.
You pull up your fucking book again. You realize you're reading it in Elvish. You're like, I don't read Elvish. And you quickly flip back over to the side that has like pictures in common in it. You're like, duh. Claw goes back in. Click, click, click. Door swings open. Give me a perception check.
21.
21. On a 21, you look inside. The only living thing in here that you see is an owl sitting up on a little perch, eyes closed, resting, making little bird snoring noises. But you don't see Yolanda or Trevo in here.
Hell yeah. Okay, time to sneak.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Oh wait, no, that's too excited of music. I need to get the stealth
Oof.
music on.
Ouch. 9. I'm gonna roll like trash tonight.
It seems like we all are. I'm not sure what's going on. It's just a bad night for dice. I think you guys have got all your good rolls out in the combat, and
Mm-hmm.
on
I
a
got
9.
I got domed. What do you mean good rolls in the combat?
I don't know. It'll be ladies' time. I promise. You take a couple steps inside. Your tail, without even you noticing, just like grazes a teacup, and the sound of porcelain on porcelain can be heard. And one of the owl's eyes opens up and locks onto you.
I look at it and just meow and continue walking.
Animal handling check. Are you trying to pass yourself off as like a normal cat, or are you just?
Yes, I mean I realize that I'm dressed, which normal cats don't do.
What do you mean? These pants are perfectly normal cat
If a
pants.
Okay.
cat were
Cat
to
you
wear
were looking
pants,
for.
Okay. I'm gonna look up the stats for an owl. It is, I believe, if my memory serves,
Anybody have a lollipop?
familiar's intelligence moves up to 4. Just give me an
I mean I could always cast like friends or something. I don't know if
whatever you
that
want.
helps.
It's up
Yeah,
to you.
do you think friends would affect an owl?
It's a
familiar?
familiar. It's a familiar. I'd allow that. It's
Okay.
not, if it was like a normal owl, I would say no.
Okay, then yeah, I will cast friends on this owl and be like, buddy?
Hey,
Friend?
bestie.
Hey, what's up? Oh my god, I haven't seen you in forever. Hey,
Uh,
you.
What do you mean you don't remember me?
Opens both eyes now. You've cast friends on it, so it is friendly for 1 minute.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And just kind of just eyes you curiously, but makes no move to like alert anyone or come and scratch you or anything. Just, oh, there's a cat in my room now. So stealth check failed. If you want to give me an investigation check to look around the room.
Yes, definitely. Are there any odd scents today? Nat one.
Uh,
Fuck me up. What's up?
What the fuck is
Oh my
going
God.
on? Damn. That's, oh Jesus. Okay, and that one, you spend a full minute looking around, trying to take in new sense. You read a couple of books about like general arcane. I feel like that's it. I feel
That's
like
fair. That's fair.
you go looking like, all right, I'm gonna look for like trapdoors. I'm gonna look for like journals, and you remember, I've never looked at their library before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think your eyes kind of like slowly turn over to the wall of books, and that curiosity kicks in, and you spend a full minute just like casting speed read, quickly going through
And
books,
reading all the books.
and just going through the books. And as a minute passes, you hear a less curious "Woo!" I can't do an owl. Woo! And an owl flies down and lands in the book that you're holding. Little horned owl glaring at you.
Do you mind? I'm reading. Do you know any other languages? Infernal, Celestial, Elvish, even?
Uh, it's blinks its eyes twice when you say infernal.
I'll ask the question again in Infernal.
Hey, yeah, you look, buddy, you're not supposed to be here. You know that, right? In infernal.
Well, yes, I suppose I do know that, meow,
Mhm.
but
But, like, here
do you-
you are, and that's like great for you and all. But you do
have you
need
read
to
these
be.
books?
No, I don't read.
Well, you should try it. Why don't you read?
No, reading is for the wizards. I stand guard
Why would you stand guard?
because like I don't need their secrets getting known. That's what I was told to do. And they're like shaking their claw at you. So you need to leave.
Wait, are the secrets in the book?
No, the secrets aren't in the book. Secrets are in the basement.
Oh, okay. Well, then there's no harm, no foul, right? Do you want to read the book with me?
Give me a persuasion or animal handling check, your choice. As you've deciphered that it is infernal, it's devilish in origin, so you can talk to it.
19.
Am I allowed?
I don't see why not. The secrets aren't in here. I mean, I'm
Pops
reading it.
Pops off the book and onto your shoulder, and it's just it can't read. It's just staring over your shoulder at the book.
What's that word mean? What's that word
Yeah,
mean?
okay. So
And
I'll read.
like, what's that?
Oh,
What's that
okay.
mean?
You know what? Actually, let's. I'm done reading. I finished it
Oh,
already.
okay, that was a good reading session. That was good for me. I learned a lot.
Yeah. Hey, you know, you're kind of cool. Maybe I
Oh,
could come back and we could read some more books.
yeah, all right.
Okay.
Should I so I should like tell Treva you stopped by, and then I'll like invite you over sometime.
You know, you don't have to mention it, I guess. I'm gonna run into them as soon as I leave anyway. So
Oh,
I'll talk to them.
you get to leave the room. I would like to
Right.
leave the room. Can I leave the room with you?
Why don't you leave the room?
Because I was told to like not leave the room.
Right, the secrets. Ah, the secrets.
Alright,
The
yeah.
secrets. Yeah. They must be pretty important, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty important.
Mm.
I'm very important for watching them. I'm a good
Wait,
bird,
but
you see.
yeah. A very impressive bird. But you were asleep earlier.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, secrets can't be that important if you were asleep.
I, they're pretty important. I just get tired.
I mean, that's fair, but like, you know what? Since we're friends,
Mhm.
I
Bestie.
don't besties. That's right. I don't sleep
Hmm.
actually. Yeah. Um, so like, maybe I could help you out. Um, and like when you want to sleep, I can watch the room and make sure that the secrets don't get out. But then, I, when you're awake, can read with you.
Yeah, right. Alright,
Cool.
cool. So I can take a nap and you'll watch the room and make sure
Yeah.
no one comes
Oh
in.
yeah. Yeah. I'll make sure. Yeah. I'll make sure nobody comes in.
Right, you promise.
In fact, I'll lock the door right now in front of
Okay.
you. Okay.
Cool,
All
okay.
right. So,
I'm watching.
all right.
I'm watching.
All right. Door's locked.
Yep, that's locked. I've seen it. That's
Okay.
locked. I know what locked looks like. Yep.
Okay. All right. And so now nobody can get in. It's just you and
Yep.
me.
Alright, cool. Yeah,
Cool.
that's
All
great.
right.
You're a
All
good
right.
friend. You're a
Uh,
good cat.
You're like my best friend.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Yeah. Of course. Okay.
And then
You can take your nap now.
yeah, okay, cool. I was really
Cool.
tired. And they just
Yeah.
hop back over
Okay.
into the perch and immediately knock out.
Hell
Best
yes.
security guard ever.
Where the fuck is this basement?
Give me another investigation check. You bought yourself some more time now. I
Fucking
forgot you
yes.
spoke infernal.
I speak everything. I speak every language.
Oh my god.
I have tongues. I can read. I can read any language. You want to talk to me? I
Damn,
can
she got that
understand it.
tongue.
I got that tongue though.
And what was your investigation check?
21.
On a 21, you were told basement. You pull your attention away from the wall of books. You begin searching uh, really fast. You use that tabaxi speed to just like very quickly look here, look there, look there, look there, look there. Very, very gracefully without knocking over anything, dashing from one corner of the room to the other. That cat's grace. And you find underneath their four-post bed a trapdoor.
Is it locked?
It's has a padlock on it.
Ooh. Like a regular padlock?
You can give me an Arcana check to see if it's magical.
Ooh.
I've seen this on the lock picking lawyer. You can pick that lock with another lock.
It's true.
Hit it.
It's
I get a 9.
on a 9. It seems like a normal lock.
I have a +6 to that. I just want to let you
Oh
know.
no.
It seems like a normal
hmm.
lock.
That's a normal lock. Well,
Mhm.
huh. I'll stick my
One
finger
more
in it.
just like the owl. Just like the owl. Just like the owl. You think to yourself, "I've seen locks. I know what lock looks like."
Yeah, I know what a lock looks like. Oh, fuck. Wait a
So
second.
are you gonna try to pick the lock?
Yeah, I pop my claw out.
Got it. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Mm.
A 10.
10. No claw breaking this time. But you go at it for a little bit. This lock is a bit tougher than the first. You can try, but you've been in here for like 10 minutes now.
Yeah, it's getting a little long. Okay.
You could also, on a 21, how generous do I want to be here? On that 21 investigation check, you run back over to the desk, flip to the back of the book that's in there, and you find a key.
Well, shit. Okay. Try the key.
Key fits. You've been in here for 11 minutes now, which I am tracking. Don't worry about it. And don't worry about the fact the music got more sinister.
That's okay. I'm worried about it.
So
Mhm.
you open up this trapdoor, and it leads to a stone staircase that goes, like a steep staircase that goes down. Because you are smaller, like smaller than medium, you don't have to move the bed. But if anyone bigger than you would try to get into this, they would have to like pick up the bed and move it.
Yeah, I would go inside for sure.
Gotcha. So you head down a full flight of stairs and are met with one just very standard looking wooden door. No lock on it. Just a normal door handle.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Do I hear anything coming from the other side?
You hear the sound of what you assume must be like water dripping.
Okay. I will open the door.
You open the door. I'll give you this in order from least important to most important for shock value. It is a 10-foot radius circular room. About a dozen magically enchanted candles are floating up above, illuminating the space, all of them swirling around them slightly like satellites, casting shadows on the walls. The floor is like cut marble that has a massive 10-foot radius magic circle carved into the bottom of it. Carved deep, like an inch, maybe an inch and a half deep into the stone. Very, very intricate. Like multiple, you've seen magic circles. This is at least like 3 or 4 like layers deep. And in the center of the room, floating in suspended animation, is a humanoid figure, blue skinned. You hear the sound of his heartbeat as he is floating upside down, supine, up in the air, rib cage fully opened, exposing his beating heart, as he drips blood down into this circle, seemingly slowly filling up the carving with blood. Eyes open, but fully glossed over, as though they haven't been blinked in a while, slightly bulging out of his skull. And that's what you find.
So date night, right?
Still beating heart with every single beat, a
God
bit
damn,
more blood
okay.
drips out of the ribcage.
Do I recognize the magic circle?
Give me an Arcana check.
19.
This 4 layers. Divination, necromancy. I'm trying to remember. Evocation specifically relating to healing magic. And transmutation. And with a 19, you know that the necromancy is what's keeping this thing alive. The healing magic is trying to create something, like create life. And transmutation is trying to pick the form of that life, but you can't figure out what the divination is there for.
Okay, so I've done a lot of extensive research into extending life, escaping afterlives, choosing a path through an afterlife.
That's why you do what a couple of these things.
Right. So, I mean, it sounds to me like this person is being bled for their life power to power something else, someone else.
That very much seems to be the case.
Okay. Shit.
As that thought crosses your mind, you hear the sound of wood being scraped on wood up above, up in the bedroom, as someone is moving the bed.
Nope. Son of a fuck.
What do you do?
Jesus, there's nothing to hide around. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take a form of dread.
Okay.
Oh god.
I'm going
Right.
to take a form of dread as like I want to hop up into this guy's like open chest and take the form of like sagging, melting organs and like just kind of like pretend to be the back wall. And just
I
like
like it. I love
just
it.
imagine like a hairless cat, but like with skin that's like 3 times too big, and it's just kind of
I love it. I love it. I love everything.
You saying I love it is like the equivalent of like those delusional families on Family Feud being like, good answer.
Oh
Good
yeah,
answer.
definitely.
It's
definitely
terrible,
that
but
one.
I love it.
That's
I'm
Jesus.
gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna take my form of dread and hide.
I don't even know what to make you roll. Deception or performance or stealth. I could see all of them working. Pick one that you like. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Oh no.
I rolled a 2. 6
no.
total. Yes.
You are very clearly
Goodbye,
a
lady.
hairless cat hiding in a man's rib cage, which is some of the most disturbing imagery I've ever said as a DM.
I look. They can't see me, right? If I just don't move,
Just
right?
close your eyes.
Just so, as you crawl into this floating man's rib cage and
Yep.
feel his heart beating against your chest,
Stranger
His
things have
lung-
happened.
his lungs slowly filling and his lungs slowly expanding on you, You hear the sound of heels on stone. And then the door you just opened being reopened and then closed. The one like to get into like this room down here. Like
Oh,
someone
right,
opened it, stepped
Yeah.
in, closed it.
Okay, got it.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw. Because I believe that's a save for telekinesis.
Oh no.
11.
On 11, you feel your body become weightless as you are pulled out of the rib cage and floated in air in front of Trevo. Single bloody tear pressing down over her cheekbone. You've seen her before. Normally she's a very cheerful, very playful, if nothing else, very like floaty, ditzy person. Hair up normally in like some very fancy hairstyle. It is a tangled mane behind her. Stone cold face. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Meow.
Lady, what are you doing in my room?
This is your room?
You feel your wrist pop as the pressure from the telekinesis begins to bear down on you, and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. Okay. Okay, all right. All right, clearly this is underneath your room. That makes sense. It's yours. Who's he?
A blood bag? Why do you care?
Just curious. I'm very curious. It's my thing.
She like looks over your shoulder at him. I picked him up when we raided the Arcane Brotherhood ship. His name starts with a D, I think.
Dead, am I right?
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, okay. I thought you liked jokes.
She drops you.
I land on my feet.
Yes, you do. Your wrist hurts a bit. Lady, I find you very entertaining. And I don't want you to die in this room. So I would like you to tell me what you're doing here. And maybe we can come to an understanding.
That I like that. What you need to understand is that I'm here, um, looking for information about you.
Great. Off to a good start then.
The information is not for me. I mean, I would also like the information. I really enjoy information.
Who's it
Your
for?
books upstairs are really nice.
Who's
You're
it
out.
for, lady?
Um, it's your mom. See, it's not even a big deal. She's
What if
worried
she-
about you.
Why are you involved? Why are you talking to my mom?
I think that, you know, woman to woman, uh, I, it's embarrassing. She thought I was old enough to be a mother. I mean, yes, I could be like a great grandmother at this point, but like, I never had kids, but I was sympathetic, and now I'm here. Meow.
And what have you learned, meow?
It's funny when you do it.
Hilarious, honestly.
Well, I've learned that that's a magic circle. You've got, well, actually quite a few magic circles stacked on top of each other. That guy's still alive. I felt his lungs. It was weird. I didn't like it. Oh, right. The blood powers some magic. I haven't worked it all out yet, but I think that you're siphoning his life.
Great. So you've put that together, and what do you plan to do with this information?
I was going to tell your mom you're good. You're alive and healthy.
Good. And I have your word of that.
What good is my word to you?
Give me your hand.
I will present the paw.
She does a quick little incantation in Infernal, and you feel a pinprick in the center of your hand. As she pulls her hand away, you see a bit of blood leaving her hand in the same spot. So, I need you to say the words, "I will not tell your mother about this." Say the words, lady.
What was the incantation?
You piece together that this is a very minor little pact. Essentially, you are swearing yourself to secrecy.
I will not tell your mother about this.
Good. I'm glad. All right, have a nice day.
Wait, hold on, wait. No. I have a lot more questions for you. You can't just walk away from. This is a very interesting room. You're an interesting person.
You get 2 questions.
Who are you really?
My name is Trevo Dawntide. You've met my mother. I was raised as a druid. Picked up some other skills along the way. And now I'm a very powerful witch who happens to dabble in blood magic. One question.
Will you teach me?
Yes. Keep your word. I'll teach you a thing or two. You're not unsuited for this kind of work.
Cool.
So just to be clear, things like that aren't going to bother you. She says, like, gesturing to the man, who, now that you've jumped out of him, because he's weightless, is, like, slowly spinning.
I'm like trying to like pick the skin back up and like put it where it goes on my body and like, kind of undo my form of dread. Like, no, it kind of comes with the territory.
Do you want to know what I'm doing?
Yes.
I'll tell you some other time then. That's good to know that you're curious. I like that in an apprentice. See yourself out.
I will see myself out and wave goodbye to my best friend on the way out.
He quickly in Infernal says, like, "Oh, did you see Treva? She was looking for you."
Yeah, I'm an apprentice now.
Oh my god, nice! See you, bestie!
Okay, bye.
Leaving a fizzowing. Oh, sorry, that scene went on a bit longer than expected. Sorry about that, everyone.
That
awesome.
Been
was
holding that
amazing.
one in for a second.
That was
It's a
great.
great scene.
I thought you were gonna die.
Yeah.
I toyed with. She has modified memory on her spell sheet, and I was really toying with it. I was probably going to cast it on you as you left, but then you said, "Can you teach me?" I was like, "Oh, that's way more fun."
I like it.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm going to take a quick 2-second break, grab some water to reset my brain from intense blood ritual to date night. So,
I mean, make
so
it
I'm gonna
like
grab some
5
water. Hey, what's up? We're so back.
Third time's the charm.
we just had to take a moment, mostly for me to reset myself from that like emotional high to a different type of energy, because it is the long-awaited like 3 or 4 sessions at this point, uh, date night. So I would like Lyslin and Envy to roll initiative, please.
Fight or fuck.
Just to
Good
see who we're
question.
gonna see who we're gonna look at first.
I just got a 10.
Dirty 20.
20. As we take a look over this very lively city, another day has come and gone, meaning another group of ships has left. A new one has already come in, letting off new fresh faces that head straight to the Lucky Shot, straight to the shops, absolutely getting plastered. Same energy. It's this very high energy every single night. The town is brewing with new opportunity, new adventure. Some people are just getting to the Pirate Isles for the first time. Others are old veterans coming back and running their fingers over the graffiti they traced into Lucky Shot years and years ago on their first voyage. There is always something happening in this town. And specifically tonight, Lyslin, where did you want to meet T? You got beaches, you have bars, you have the ship. There is like a jungle, there's the Druid's Grove, there's all sorts of places you could go. I also know that you want to go to the temple first, so we will run that. I just like in my head, I want to know like what the plan is that you want to go to.
I think that I'll have us start sort of at the beach with a bottle of wine and see where they would like to go that evening.
So we'll pick up there in a bit, but you wanted to swing by the temple. This is a temple of Umberlay. This is built into the side of a small cliff face, just like a relief out of the wall, using a natural waterfall to like accent all of the jagged edges of the building. A lot of the partying stops about like 5-10 feet away from this temple, because regardless of how drunk you get, you don't really want to piss off the sea bitch that much. So there is a hard line from drunken pirates to people in seafoam silken robes going about their nightly duties, attending to this temple. A couple people coming in to pay their respects. Some people just marveling at this like little beauty in this otherwise ramshackled town. But it's beautiful, maybe 3 or 4 stories high. Like I said, all carved directly out of the stone.
And in our presentation, like whatever, as we're getting shortly, we just stop by, pay your respects. Were there any other instructions, like
Stop
explicitly?
by, pay respects to Umberlay before we leave. That's about it. You weren't given instructions on how. You've been doing this kind of thing before. It can be as there's not like a monetary component or anything to it. It is simply you need to come in, say thank you for the safe travel so far, ask for more in the future. Very standard, like Lord's Prayer type shit.
You know, that brings up an interesting point. Yeah, I have been sailing for a while at this point. Would I know that I can't or that I shouldn't? Wendy asked me to pray for.
It's not great. There's no hard and fast rules of religion.
Okay.
It's definitely the first time you've been asked to do so. You do know that Umberlay's more the vengeful type, but she might. If one person on your ship doesn't pray, it might go unnoticed. It's not like she's like, this one person stuttered while praying to me, therefore I'm sinking your whole ship. She's not quite that bad. But it's more like, as a whole, if your ship does not pay respect, gone.
Yeah, she'll go in and kind of like quietly pay her respects. There's no real enthusiasm there, but it's not being like aggressive about it either.
Yeah, just very standard. You go through the motions, do what you're supposed to do. Make a perception check while you're in here.
It's an 11.
On 11, no, nothing out of the ordinary. You go in, pay your respects, and I suppose head out to the beach.
Yep. And I'll kind of like pay my respects and be like, oh, and Wendy says thank you too. She likes being on the water.
Wendy says thank you too.
Your water's kind of cool.
Water
She
is
thinks
alright,
it's really
actually.
pretty.
Please don't smite us. Thank you, Wendy.
Hey, thanks, bye.
Question mark?
Yeah, and then she will head down to the beach.
As you're making your way through town, just taking in everything, you don't know Thieves Can't. Never mind. We're going to continue on.
I do know Thieves Can't.
You know Thieves Can't. Okay.
I know Thieves Can't.
Sorry. I don't know why I thought you didn't know Thieves Camp. You, as you're passing through, outside, etched into the temple itself, like the walls of the temple, there is a small. You haven't seen it used in a while, because this kind of thing is frowned upon. There is a little sigil that makes it known that this temple can be used to buy sentient beings. You can buy people here.
Okay.
Which kind of confers with what you heard from Delilah earlier. Weird to see it on a temple, and you swear it wasn't there last time you came through town. But it's there.
She will note it and kind of like clench her jaw and keep going.
Heading back off to the date. Let me switch to less sinister music. There we go. We love some love music. As you make your way down onto the beach, you see that T has beaten you here and has set out a blanket a few, maybe like a dozen feet away from the now receding tide. Has a bottle of wine that has been like slightly buried in the sand to keep it in place. A couple of small pastries have been set out on the sheet. She has taken her shoes off, and they are simply playing with a seashell, not really noticing your approach.
Put those grippers away.
Put those grippers away. The grippers are very much out, and the grippers are wherever they want them to be because they are a shapeshifter.
Wow. Fancy. Yeah, no, she'll approach, like, openly and, like, smile, in that kind of nice, fancier dress that I took from Envy's wardrobe.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, who are you wearing? Envy.
Envy. And you envious. Yeah, kind of like
Envy.
tucked up at the front to let my legs do the thing. Down and out, and just kind of moving around. Nothing fancy, but it's nice to see the ocean from a different perspective. Breathe for a minute without anybody else.
I am in a fancy bar 24/7. I will take the opportunity to be on the beach and not in a building. You made a good choice.
Oh, good. I'll settle down next to them.
So, how have things been in town? I'm not going to talk shop with you. I know you got into a scuffle, and I hope you're well. I'd rather talk about more pleasant topics.
Interesting. Paid my respects up to Amberley's.
Oh. Wouldn't take you for the religious type. I suppose we all have to do it eventually.
Hmm. I suppose I am religious, but not that way. I just was
Well, I know you.
told I have to do it.
I know you follow Dionysus, which seems like a wonderful way of life from how you've described it.
He is.
Hmm.
I'm a priestess, in fact. It was one of the
Oh.
things that I thought we should discuss.
Oh God. You see, they lay back onto the sand. It's like, all right, proselytize away. You're
Not
cute,
so much
so I'll
in that.
listen.
Not so much in that, actually. More on the lines that I'm polyamorous.
Oh.
And I felt like that's something that should definitely be stated up front.
I appreciate the heads up. Not an issue at all. I have a few people. I wouldn't say I have other partners, but I do have some people across the aisles that I like to stop by at when I come through. I appreciate you being upfront with me about it.
Always. Consent is very important.
Are
But
there any people I should be aware of, like that we might be coming across that I should keep an eye out for?
I'm sure there will be old flame. But I think now maybe there's a girl in town that I've
Oh,
had a fling with before.
that's sweet. Just so we're clear, how wide does your polycule stretch?
It depends. My
Depends.
primary partner, Ryla, we are priestesses,
Hmm.
and it's our family that grows.
Hmm. That's sweet. It really is. Is that your goal then? Just to fuck, be merry, spread the word Dionysus, and expand the polycule family?
Mostly, honestly, yes. Free love, enjoyment.
Doesn't sound like a bad lifestyle. I wouldn't mind getting involved in that. I'm not really the religious type, though. I'm not a huge fan of the divines.
No. Most of us aren't either. Dionysus doesn't really spend much time with the divine. He's small,
Kind of like an outsider, then.
yes. Most people who worship Dionysus either worship other gods or don't really worship much in a way at all. He is a god of freedom. He
Sounds
springs
like
his blessings like freely.
sounds like the perfect god for a polyamorous bunny like yourself.
Can't complain, no.
So they reach down into the sand, pull out the bottle, uncork it. To Dionysus, then?
Dionysus?
From a glass or straight from the bottle?
I think straight from the bottle.
Alright. You see they toss the glasses off to the side. I'll get them later. I'm not gonna later, I promise. And just take a deep swig of wine.
Take it from her, but lean in and kiss her first.
Oh.
And then pull back and say, but enough about me. I think that I wanted to make sure that was all right.
Oh,
That
that's
you're-
fine. That's fine. That's fine. As long as you keep yourself safe, I'm sure the doctor will make sure you're not going to transmit anything over to me. trust you very much. Everyone on the ship does. You have quite the reputation.
I try.
Hmm.
Good to be friendly.
Is this a proposition to become a partner? Because that's rather fast. I have known you not that long.
No, I would say that this is just me liking to have my cards on the table.
In that case, cards on the table. This is going to be my last voyage with the Sea's Fortune. I'm planning on settling down on the mainland after this. I've been collecting my tips, counting my coppers, that kind of thing. I'm hoping to set up a bar in a non-pirate ship location.
Sounds
Nothing
brilliant.
against it. Just too many occupational hazards for my liking.
Sounds brilliant. Good to have a dream and working towards it.
Almost there. So long as there's not really wood to knock around here. So, there we go. So provided nothing goes terribly wrong, I should leave this last voyage, end it this year, set up shop, and you are welcome by whenever you want. You and all followers of Dionysus.
Well, all of Dionysus' blessing on your future endeavors. We know he
Well,
loves a good bar.
I was going to say, I think if I was going to take anyone's blessing, it would be his. But what I'm trying to say is, unless you plan on leaving this life behind, I might not be the best person to get too involved with. I'll only be here a bit longer.
Understand that. Well, we have time in the now, and casual and short doesn't have to be any less good or sweet.
I agree. I'm just putting my cards on the table.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, take back the bottle. Take a swig. So, are we to sit here looking at the stars before or after we go absolutely feral on each other?
Always after, because that way when we have the wobbly knees, there's something to do.
Makes sense. Alright then, go ahead and roll whatever. Let's see if we can keep the legendary Lyslin streak
Get another nat 20.
going.
Let's do it. Can we get one good roll tonight?
Okay.
Or not one? Oh god, that would be terrible.
That's a 24.
Hey!
Oh my god! So, Lyslin cannot be bad at sex. It's a canon event.
Yeah. Apparently.
So the two of you have passionate sex on the beach. We'll cut details out there, the steamy romance. But then you are in the afterglow in each other's arms looking up at the stars. Unlike our real world, where we are littered with light pollution, even being a half-mile out of town, away from all of the bright lights, you can see every star up above you. And with the gentle crashing of waves up along the shore, you feel T's breathing slow and then slowly transform into a light snore as they fall asleep on you. Before they stir themselves awake. Sorry, I'm awake, I promise. Just lightheaded, and, wine isn't exactly water.
Should we get you some food?
It sounds lovely.
Get slowly dressed and help her get her clothes. Take her into town for some.
And I think that's where we'll cut from that date over to Miss Envy. How do you dress for your dates, and I think actually, you know what? Roll me a investigation check real quick. I want to see if you notice that your clothes are missing.
Oh, I 100% know my clothes are missing because the dress I was going to wear is the dress that
Oh, no!
Lislin is currently wearing.
I'm gonna say there is a moment
Yeah.
where and you can this can be like non-canon if you want. I just want there to be a moment as you're like heading back to the boat. You pass Lyslin and just like they're like 20 feet away by the time you realize like is that my dress?
No, I'm sure it's nothing. And then I go open up the chest.
It's a little
Son
bit
of a
distorted and pulls weird, like.
Yeah, everything. There's a bit of sand on there.
There's a hole for the tail that you don't have.
Yeah, it doesn't fit quite right.
Yeah.
Like she's a bit bustier than you are, and like it doesn't sit
It's the
quite
hip
the same
really
way.
that really like doing it in. Got
Do
them
you
big
have a
bunny hips.
backup outfit?
I don't really think she wears anything besides her normal attire. I think she was going into this being like, no, I'm gonna wear something nice. I'll wear like my nice dress. It wasn't the fact that Lyslin took it that made her stop, but I think everything that sort of happened today, she's trying to make a reason in her mind why I can't be involved with Neff. I can't have this happen, so she's looking for anything to not trust her, to not like her, because why? She doesn't deserve anything nice. So I think she has sort of been maybe spinning a bit of a tale in her mind of, well, if Neff is the informant, because I think part of it is she can't handle if Neff is the informant. The only person who likes it besides Jin sold her out, so she has to be the one to cut the ties in her mind first, just in case she couldn't handle it. So I think she sort of makes this thought of if Neff.
You're self-sabotaging a little bit.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, she's self-sabotaging. Yes, she's self-sabotaging.
As you're doing this, and you're like
Yeah.
looking in the mirror, for a moment you're like, I'm gonna put myself together, and you like put down the makeup brush, and like the hairbrush. In the corner of the mirror, you see Jin propped up in the doorway, head tilted to the side. Not getting dressed up for this one? Because I can get you another dress. I can make that happen.
It's all right. It's not really a dress. I mean, it's not really a date. It's an interrogation, so.
I think you can still look nice for an interrogation. If anyone could, you would.
I mean, that's fair.
Can I at least do your hair?
Yes. Actually, please, it would be nice.
Sit down.
No, she'll sit down.
Instead of doing this with a snap and it's done kind of magic, over the course of about 10 minutes, Jin brushes out your hair. In doing so, doubles the length of it, a little bit of illusion magic. And you just get this waterfall of really tightly spiraled, like sausage curls that go all the way down to like mid-back.
I think she sort of smiles, looking in the mirror. It looks lovely.
You look lovely. You deserve to have a nice interrogation or date or hangout or drink or whatever this ends up being. I hope it's a good one. You've earned it.
I'm sure it'll look nice. I don't really think I want to be at the, what was the tavern name? I don't remember.
The Pillow Princess?
Oh yeah, no, I actually was scouting out earlier today. I saw a rooftop that's got a really nice view of the city.
Need me to pass along a message? Discreetly, of course. I can just become someone else and hand out the letter.
Oh no, I'll go meet her. We'll go take a little walk through the city, see if I can't snag something to drink on the way. Make it a little fun.
She leans in, gives you a very like nurturing kiss on the forehead. Have fun.
Thank you.
And she like pinches your cheeks and walks out. Doesn't teleport out. Very low magic tonight.
Hmm. I think she'll sort of sit there and smile for a second and... Alright. Let's get this done. I also don't think she has any other outfits that would cover her her arm. Her ruby arm, because she still can't... I think any outfit that she had that would be like a nice dress would have the right arm covered, but not the left.
Yeah.
So I think she wears her... I mean, it's not bad.
It's not a bad outfit. You look good.
Yeah.
You just look the way you normally do.
Yeah, she didn't dress. I don't think she dresses up for this.
I gotcha. You head into the city, and you arrive at the Pillow Princess, and you see quite the opposite of how you're dressed. Floor-length gowns, very lacy, not a scarf, but something that goes over each arm, like near transparent, like satin material. Hands crossed, different pair of glasses. These ones are, her normal ones are big, rounded glasses. These ones are little half moons, a bit more fashionable. Hair done up in a nice bun, where it is normally like a tangled mess behind her, as many grad students tend to be. She fully dressed up for this. You also see in her hand a little journal that she is quickly writing away in.
Sort of take note of that, but I don't think I say anything.
On the front of
about
it says, "My private thoughts."
Sort of walk over. You look lovely. What? That's a bit
Oh,
interesting. No? Hi.
Hi. Right. Am I overdressed? Because I know it's like not. I panicked and I had a little bit of spending money, so I ran to town and went to a tailor to like. Is this
No,
too much?
you-
I can
no.
go change.
You look wonderful. You look lovely. I couldn't find anything to wear, so and well, the thing I was going to wear sort of walked itself out of my room. So apparently everyone likes to help themselves to my clothes. But
Oh,
I've got
okay.
actually a. Do you want to go somewhere else? I suddenly, and I'll kind of like cast message as I'm saying this. I don't know if I really want to be surrounded by all these fake smiles and I don't know, just these people they seem so fake to me. I scattered out a little bit of a nicer place and maybe we can get in some trouble along the way.
Was your passive insight?
17.
There is a moment. Yeah, it's high. That's high
Oh,
as fuck.
shit.
Jesus.
Damn it! I forgot again to cast a spell. I always do that. Too late.
It's all right. There is a moment you watch her hand move almost instinctively to grab your hand before she pulls it back to her journal. I'll go wherever you want.
Do I have any indication of why she might have done that? Or is it just I want to grab your hand, or...
It was... This one's tough. This is a very tough emotion to place. This would take an actual insight roll.
Okay, yeah, I'll absolutely roll for that. Ooh, that's a natural 17, so that'd be a 24.
When you said, I don't want to be surrounded by all these fake smiles, there is a glimmer of, like, recollection. Like, you just, like, opened up a memory for her. Like, maybe reminded her, maybe it was something that Tulip said once. And so that in that moment, she, like, went instinctively to, like, seek that physical comfort, but remembered. And just said, I'll go wherever you want.
I think she sort of...
Like I said, hard emotion to place.
Yeah, no, I think maybe Envy even stops for just a brief second, but is going to get back into it. Yeah, come on. I found a bit of a nice place, and plenty of, I don't know, drinks we can snag along the way.
I don't drink.
Well, I do. Come on,
Let's go.
let's get out of here.
Let's go.
Yeah,
and
so I'll... Yeah, sure.
She follows.
Okay. So I think we'll, just kind of make our way through the city, see if there's any bottles of rum, anything I can just snag on
Give
the
me a
way.
sleight of hand to just like scoop
Okay.
something on the way.
Okay. Oof. Oof. It's only an 11.
On an 11, there is
Something I can do. I don't want to, like... I'm just gonna... No, I'm not gonna use my inspiration. 11.
On an 11, there is a bottle of like mostly full high proof rum that you go to snag before someone kind of like eyes you as you're about to go for it.
So you go for it.
And so
I'll give him
you
I'll give him the smile. Care for a drink together?
looks you up and down. Yeah, here. This is mine. Fuck off.
Fine.
And as you keep walking, you feel the bottle placed in your hand. By Neff.
Look at her.
Little mage
Clever
hand.
little
Yep.
trick.
It's simple magic.
Where did you learn how to do that?
How to use mage hand, we learned.
I'm not talking about mage hand, I'm asking how did you learn to swipe?
Well, you know, I was like on a ship for a bit and they weren't feeding me very well, so like I had to come up with methods on how to keep my stomach full.
Really? They didn't... What did you get up to on this ship?
Okay, you want the long version or the short version?
I'm probably gonna forget the long version. Just give me a hook to hang it on.
Sure. That's such a good phrase. I gotta use that. Mom sent me over. It was like an internship, boarding school, indentured servitude kind of thing. They put me to work. Essentially, I was just copying scrolls in my little cubicle downstairs, and there would be days where they would forget to bring rations down, so I had to like sneak up and grab them myself.
I think I'm actually gonna insight check her on this one. Yeah, she's telling the truth?
Don't look at me. Roll the dice.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, inspiration time.
Oh wow! Early on in our interrogation.
Yeah, ooh, that's a natural 19, so that's a 26.
Seems truthful.
Okay. Alright, Jesus, that's fucking terrible.
I mean, it was the same home, right?
I mean, I don't remember.
Yeah. Are we almost there?
Yes, it's actually just right up the scaffolding. I sort of scattered out early this morning. I don't know. I could probably make it work on my heels. Here, give me a hand, and I'll sort of try to scamper my way up this roof.
You asked for her hand. Noted. You scamper up onto the. Sorry, I love this shit. You scamper up onto the roof.
Her right hand, by the way.
Of course. And you make your way up there. It's a beautiful night. The sounds of the city are a bit quieter down below. And you are alone with your bottle of rum and your perpetrator, your interrogatee. Is none the wiser.
Just uncork it. I know you don't drink, but I hope you don't mind if I do.
I don't.
I'll take a swig. So, I've got to ask, when I found you, your, I'm assuming, boss lady...
the mortal injury surviving thing.
Yeah, how did you do that?
Oh, I didn't do it. The Raven Queen did it, you know? Like, I was like,
Explain. I'm going to need an explanation on that one. So you're
Okay.
friends with the Raven Queen, or how does this work?
I'm not friends. My mom made a deal. Okay, look, this is weird for me that you don't know this, so I'm gonna give you the short version. You see, she's like actually starting to get like a bit annoyed. My mom wanted to have perfect kids, so she had one child with an angel, one child with a devil, and then one with the Fae. Me, Shadowfell, Fae. Apparently, it has something to do with the Raven Queen. I don't really understand all of it. I just know that I'm not like fully human, and sometimes, by sometimes I mean I just don't die, which is really handy for how often I seem to get myself in trouble. But I don't know.
I mean, certainly useful, or it's a nightmare, I suppose.
I do know I only have like 4 lives left. I started with 9. So,
You have multiple lives. Interesting.
yeah, like a cat. That's not offensive to a lady.
I don't think she cares. She's quite an interesting one, that one.
So yeah, that was my
Just
that was my
lady fucking me off.
that was my 5th death. So I got 4 left.
Oh shit. Okay, well, let's be careful of this rest one. So you're on the island transporting a moon phase.
Okay, I
I'm
didn't
just-
know about that. It was just like cargo.
Oh.
Like I said, I stayed in my cubicle. I rewrote my scrolls, and that was it.
Insight check. On
Uh,
that. Okay, I'm getting the feeling that she's not. Okay, so this is 17.
She definitely knows more than that. How much more you don't know, but she definitely knows more.
I'll sort of just give her a bit of a look. Kind of like, come on. Look, I know things are different, but come on, you can tell me more than that. I'm curious! I want to know what you got up to. Look, I understand it's difficult, but I don't have a lot of friends on this ship. I don't know. Want to know what you got up to.
To be honest, I was kind of hoping to have like a nice quiet dinner, and it kind of feels like you're only grilling me for information that would be beneficial to you. Which, like, I get it, because you don't know me, and that's fine. Just don't
Fair.
pretend to like me just to use me.
Fair enough. I certainly apologize for coming across that way. It wasn't my intention. Well, I've been asking a lot of questions. I guess you wanted to get to know me. Do you have any you'd like to ask me?
Yeah. Where are you? Where are you trying to go? Like, what's the end goal for you being on the ship?
I'll let you know when I know. I don't have one. I just
see.
sort of here, I guess.
In this moment, as you guys are like kind of like bathed like the warm lights off of the street and the moonlight coming down. At first, you can't tell if it's like the reflection in the glasses or if it's just a bit of light at the base of her eyes. But as she looks at you, bathed in like all this light, you see tears begin to like pour down each side of her face. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna send you a message later. I'll see you. And she turns and starts to make her way down the scaffolding.
Did it look like she got some sort of message or something, or she just can't do it?
More the latter than the former.
I'll see you around. I think I'll just stay up there.
You okay, roll a d20 for me.
12.
There is a moment where you feel Jinn start to influence your body a bit before it stops and turns into just a hand on your shoulder. Wasn't what you were expecting, I'm sure, but
She was lying to me.
no, you were lying about your intentions to meet with her.
Fair. What else was I supposed to do?
You can still go after her and, approach it like a person.
Should I? Maybe you're right. Maybe I got it wrong. If she's not it, then who the does it matter? Do I even care?
Well, do you want to go talk to her?
Don't know. I mean, yes, if she's isn't the informant, then yes, but
Good, because she just tripped in the alleyway and twisted her ankle, so you should probably go help with that.
what?
And
What did you do?
As she says that, you hear the sound of a wooden step breaking, Neff yelling out, and the sound of a body hitting a floor.
God damn it! Shit. Yeah, I'll go. Are you alright?
Ow! Yeah, I'm
Hold on.
Still on
give me
the-
a second.
still on life 5. We're okay.
Okay. Sorry. I know this was. Okay. Look. God damn it. Okay. Fuck. All right.
What do you want to do, or do you want to save it for next session? I'll give you a session to think about it if you want. We can go focus on Ashton for the last part.
Ashton's been very quiet. Yeah. Why don't we go focus on Ashton?
you-
We'll end
you
with
are-
me going down to help her.
What'd you say?
Me or
What'd you say, Ashton?
Oh, I just said it's fine either way. I'm not pressed.
No. I saw some things I wanted to get done with you anyway. So we're going to fade to black as you are like running down the scaffolding. You see that she's like torn her dress and cracked her glasses a bit, but there's no like real damage. She tripped down like one stair.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing major. Where is Wendy this evening?
So initially, after I left Envy, I planned on going out to just inform the other members of the party where like what our plans are for the next day and just kind of get everybody ready for like, hey, we're probably gonna kill some people tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll say you can very easily, just throughout the next couple of hours, just like stop by each person wherever they were. We'll say that you got a lady as she was like coming out of Trevo's room, like in the hallway, which is like a bit like shocked. You like pass on the information. You get Liza as they're walking off the ship in Envy's clothes. You pass on the info to everybody, and then you have the night as everyone has scattered.
Okay, cool. Is Tina's tincture still open?
It can be. I'll absolutely allow that.
Okay, I'm gonna swing by
Come on, lady. She
there,
picks her own hours.
and I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna peek my head in.
You see that there is a couple in there, just gently perusing things as Tina very drowsily is sipping on a cup of tea behind the counter. The couple's like beginning to like finish up, grab what they need, bring it up to the front. Slow night.
I'll just.
They'll probably be out in like a minute or two.
Cool. I'm just gonna mosey up to the counter and evening, Tina.
Oh, hello. Welcome back.
About those potions we talked about the other day. You happen to get brewed up for us?
Yes. Here you go. You two, out of here. You're window shopping. And she like takes a broom and just like smacks each of their heads and shoos them out as they have been in here for a bit and and haven't bought anything. And she, I'm trying to remember, it was just the 2 greater healing potions, and is that all? Or is there more?
So I had asked her to make a couple potions for us just so we had the option. I just wanted to buy some lesser healing potions.
Gotcha. So if you wanted just healing potions, well, I'll say that there are 4 standard healing potions and 2 greater healing potions available.
I'll just buy the 4 regular.
By the 4 regular, that'll just run you. Let me look real quick. I have a chart for this because I was trying to be smart and not just like give out random prices every single time. Yeah, 12 gold, not 12 gold, 8 gold each, so 24 gold.
24 gold. Cool. I will just pay it. And, hello, D&D Beyond.
Hello, D&D Beyond.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh my god, are we sponsored?
No, it was just
No.
not working. Okay, so I'll just pay for it, collect the potions, and... Tina, you stay here? Or you have your own place?
No, I back in the residential. There's a couple blocks from here. I'll be closing up soon.
Ah, cool. Make sure you get home safe. And I am going to mosey on out.
Sure. Are you waiting around for a bit?
No. I'm ready to dip. I think I'm gonna go... Throughout the evening, I've kind of spoken to everybody. I know I'll see them around or whatever. I am probably just gonna walk through the thoroughfare and kind of just peek around the town. See what all is happening.
Sure. Give me a perception or investigation. Since it's kind of passive, you can kind of pick either of them.
That is... That's an 18.
An 18. Oh. Yeah, this isn't a good time to introduce this, especially like at the end of the session. There is, the standard goings on, but there is like one gentleman that catches your eye, because he is really fucked up. And not in like a fun, like he's been drinking too much. I mean that he is covered in pretty gruesome looking burn scars. His hair, aside from like one patch over here, has all been like scorched off. This eye is like sealed closed. Wears very, very fine suit. Give me a history check real quick. See if you can, because there is like a little emblem on it. Let's see if you can like identify it. But he is frantically talking, borderline yelling to a group of 2 or 3 guards who are just kind of like hearing him out, but not taking him like insanely seriously.
Oh, that's just a 9.
A 9, you can't quite place it. You feel like you've probably seen it in the past, like, couple weeks or so. Something about it. Though if you want, you can definitely, like, listen in more with that perception check, or you can kind of just, like, leave it as it is.
No, if they've caught my eye, I'll just hang around and listen. They could be somebody important, or as it seems like they're probably somebody who gets into rougher scraps. And if so, I kind of want to keep a clock on them.
Yeah. You kind of like perk up your ear, drowning out the rest of the noise that's around, focusing in with your incredible perception, and you hear him ranting. No, you don't understand. This wasn't just a whirlpool or an act of God. She sank our ship. I don't know how she did it, but it's gone. Dozens dead. It's not just a normal magic user. No normal person does. And also, she burned half my face off. You have
I
to.
was disguised.
I know you were disguised. I know that, Amber. You just had to look. The king needs to know that there is a threat like this out there. I don't know who. How do I get in contact with him? Look, sir. There's a chain of command here. If you talk to the village elder, she'll pass it up to the governor. The governor. No, I need it faster because she was sailing this way.
I am going to. I'm gonna throw up my hood, keep my face in the shadows, and I'm just gonna slowly approach this guy, and I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder. Sir, it sounds like.
Big startled reaction, just turns around like.
Sir, I think I might know who you're talking about, and I think I might have a solution to your problems.
Really? You can get me in contact with, like, higher authorities. These fucking chuckle fucks over here aren't giving me anything. I'm a chuckle fuck. Shut up!
Highest one I know. Do better than these clowns.
I have good money. I can pay you handsomely to get me in contact with someone who could actually solve this.
No, I don't like her, so. You know what? I'll do it for free.
He, like, extends his hand. There's, like, a bit of, like, burnt webbing that has appeared between his middle and ring finger. Alright. What's your name?
Not here. You got somewhere private we can talk?
I just got in. I can get a room. He just gestures over to not one of the main two taverns, because he doesn't want anything to stick to this.
No, if you don't have a place, I got the perfect one in mind. Come with me.
Lead the way.
I'm gonna lead him back to the hotel room that Envy got.
You lead him back to the Pillow Princess. You see as he steps into, like, a finer establishment, he's a bit more at ease. That he thinks in his head, he's like, I'm in the presence of, like, another noble. They got, like, money to be throwing around to be in here. Perfect. This is gonna work out great. So he, like, adjusts his clothing. Okay. Well, once you guys get back to the room. All right. So your name?
Nobody important. I'm just here to keep the important people safe. Why don't you have a seat on that bed? I'll get my employer, and I'll be right back.
This is a lot of secrets. And you're sure you're going to be able to help me? Because this person is... I have not seen magic like this outside of scholarly environments. This is...
Look.
This is a threat.
I understand you're scared. Here. And I will flip my dagger around, and I will hand it to him. Hold on to that if it makes you feel safer. I'll be right back.
Like holds it with two fingers, not really sure what to do with it.
And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna close the door behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna glance around and just see if I can grab, like, one of those little hallway chairs they always have in the hotels.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna flip it around, and I'm just gonna block the door so he can't leave.
Okay.
I believe, I don't think I'm metagaming here, I think Envy told me this in canon. You did say you had your date here tonight, correct?
That's what you.
It would have been here.
That's what the original plan was for it to be here. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the original plan was for it to be here. I think she changed her mind, probably on the way walk back or on the way to the date.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm gonna peek around. Do I see anybody I recognize?
Envy wouldn't have been back. Do you mean like other patrons that you've seen here before, or like a named person?
Somebody directly familiar, like our party wise.
I don't think you would in this moment. No.
Well, I tried my
do?
best.
If you, there might be one NPC here. Go ahead and give me a luck check. She is staying here.
6.
6? No. I was gonna say maybe run to Delilah or something, but on a 6, no one you recognize. There is someone who someone like walks by, raises an eyebrow at the fact that you're like propping a chair up against the door.
Get out of here.
Just scampers down the hall.
I will go back over. I will take the chair back down and set it back where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Try to do one fucking good thing. And I open the door and see him again. Close it behind me. We had a slight change of plans, boss. And I will take my rifle out, and there's some people outside, and I'm gonna have to sneak you out here. I think they're looking for you. I think the lady's on to you.
Shit. What do I? You see, like holds the dagger, like can't stop his hand from shaking. What do I do? What do I do?
Look, come here. I'm gonna take my hands, and I'm gonna carefully wrap them around the blade. Hold it like this. Close to your chest. You can keep yourself safe. You can act a lot faster here. You got it? And I'll keep my hands around his.
Got it.
And I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna jab it into his throat.
Oh!
Oh!
I'm sure it won't be an issue, but let's just have a quick. You roll a strength check at advantage. He'll roll on a disadvantage from the surprise.
That is.
You gotta be a 7.
Give me a nat 20.
Nah, I got a 12.
Well, he got a 7. So he is looking into your eyes as you're telling him everything is going to be okay as you take the base of the dagger up, not just into his neck, you aim slightly higher, pierce the brainstem as you like go through. There is an immediate gasp. Eyes start to roll back a bit, and his full body weight like collapses onto you.
I'll just kind of stand over him for a second. Fuck. I'm gonna take the gun, set it down, I'll pull my knife out, wipe off the blade on my pants, lock the door, flip a chair, prop it up underneath the door handle, and I am going to drop my form, and I am going to consume his body.
The moment we've been waiting for.
The first time on screen for our audience, could you please describe what your true form looks like?
The spiked black hair just kind of prickles and is in every direction before it slowly lays down flat to the scalp, creating almost like a reptilian-esque like black streak of like lightning that seems to kind of climb back down towards the back of her neck. Her skin grows more and more taut as her form grows a little bit taller. Ribs protrude and contort, small cracking of bones. Fingers, the ends of each of her fingers split as the bones grow in length into sharp, dagger-like claws. Her jaw unhinges, and her teeth, while they seemed regular, slowly extend upwards outside of the gums into elongated points.
Ooh.
Chill. Oh, my dog is freaking out.
I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out. Holy shit! Also, you killed
so
someone for me!
as you bend down, it is hardwood. I won't say there's carpet and there's a mess. You consume the body in mere minutes, lick the floor clean of all blood. All trace of this man is gone. You cough up a bit of his clothing and a coin purse containing 2 platinum. And you are sated for another 7 days. And that is where we're going to end today's session. I hope you guys all had as much fun as I did. We will be seeing you all next week. And we will figure out where this goes next, because things are getting really intense really fast. I hope you all have a lovely night, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good night,
Bye, everyone.
Night.